This is the heating / cooling section of the report. We have a Ruud heat pump here mounted in the backyard. You can see that it has settled. It is sloping downhill, and you want to get it leveled so the refrigerant flows the most efficient way. The fins overall do have a little debris on them, and they do need to be cleaned, so this unit does need to be serviced, cleaned and serviced. And then on the back side here, we've got your refrigerant line. Appears to be in good shape. Insulation jacket's intact. And again, they did not box around the penetration here, and you can actually see the opening where it goes through that needs to be sealed. Your sub box, the wiring inside it, appears to be proper. Then your info plates right here. It was manufactured in 2006. Model number shows that it's a 3-ton unit. It does have R22 refrigerant. Just know at the end of 2014, the U.S. government is phasing out R22, and it's already caused the price of it to go up. As that date nears, it's going to skyrocket, so FYI. Because this is so dirty, I would recommend having a licensed HVAC contractor come out, clean, service, and evaluate the unit. I will go ahead and test this in a little bit, and we'll document further at that time. Okay, right now the exterior temperature is 64 degrees, and it is warming up. I am testing it in the heating cycle right now, and it is providing, you know, warm air just fine. So it does appear to be operating fine in the heating cycle. I still would recommend having it cleaned and serviced, but I'm not seeing any other issues with it. Continuing on with the heating section of the report, we are now down at the electric backup furnace, and it's also a Ruud. Your model number and serial number right here on it. Manufactured February of 2006. It is heating up, providing plenty of warm air right now, appears to be operating fine. Your filter is a little dirty, would recommend having it changed out. Your humidifier is operating fine. You want to change the humidifier pad out twice a heating season. And right now it is operating fine. You can hear the water and see it coming down and then kicking out near the floor drain. Let me go ahead and take the covers off here. We'll see what the wiring is inside, and I'll document further. Alright, continuing on, we got the cover off to your electric furnace, and looking at the wiring here, I'm not seeing any of it damaged. No melted sheathing, no burnt wiring, it all looks good. Looking down in here past it, you can see your A coil down in there, looks nice and clean. You can see it on both sides, I'm not seeing any issues there. Your blower looks clean as well. Everything looks like it's in really good shape. And we did take the cover off so you can see your humidifier pad. Right now it looks pretty clean. So, no other issues observed. This is the kitchen section of the report. We've got a stainless steel sink here. Appears to be in good shape. Not seeing any leaks at the faucet. It's operating fine, draining properly. Sprayer operates fine as well. Not feeling any leaks at the hose. Your garbage disposal operates just fine. Underneath, you do have the wire protected going up into it. Dishwasher drain line does have a nice high arcing loop discharging into the garbage disposal. You do have a P-trap, you do have shutoff valves. I'm not seeing any leaks at the supplier waste lines. You do want to get the cover put on your outlet back there. Your cabinetry and countertop overall appear to be in good shape. It is a laminate countertop. Not seeing any issues. Lights are fine. Dual pane double hung windows fine. All your outlets at the counter are GFI protected, did trip properly when tested. The one I want to point out, when you trip this one and this one, they're tied into this outlet here and it did trip. But when you test that outlet individually, it fails to trip. So it's probably not wired right, and would recommend having a licensed electrician straighten it out. Your dishwasher appears to operate fine. I'm going to let it run through a full cycle. Not seeing any issues with it right now. If I do later, I'll point them out at that time. Your electric stove and oven, heated up nicely. The only issue I have with it is the anti-tip bracket's missing, so I would recommend having that installed for safety reasons. Your microwave, vent fan, and light are operating properly. Not seeing any issues there. The fridge is not present. You do have an ice and water dispenser. The line to it does have a nice shutoff valve behind it. Your outlet's dedicated. Not seeing any issues there. Your hardwood floor overall appears to be in good shape. And then your island here is not attached, so you can move it any way you want. There's no power to it, no water to it. It's very simple. Overall, a nice kitchen. No other issues observed. This is the bathroom/laundry section of the report. We're in the main bath on the main floor. Your sink in here appears to be in good condition. Faucet's operating fine. I'm not seeing any leaks around it. It is draining properly, and you do have an overflow valve. Up underneath here, you do have a P-trap. There are shut-off valves. Not seeing any leaks at the supplier waste lines. Your cabinetry and countertop appear to be in good condition. Your outlet is properly GFI protected. Did trip properly when tested. Mirror's fine. Lights are fine. Not seeing any signs of stains or leaks in the ceiling. Bathroom fan operated fine. The other light there was working fine. Your toilet is secure. Appears to operate properly as well. Your tile flooring in here overall appears to be okay. I'm not seeing any cracks in the mortar joints. Door's fine. This other outlet is tied into the other one, so it is GFI protected properly. I would recommend putting a bead of caulk across the base of the shower, base of the tub here. Tub faucet's operating fine, draining properly. Shower's operating fine. Surround in here looks good. No other issues observed. Onto the master bath. We've got dual sinks here. Both sinks appear to be in good shape. I'm not seeing any leaks at the faucets. They're operating fine, draining properly. You do have overflow valves. You also have some caulk that needs to be redone around the sinks themselves. Up underneath, you do have a P-trap. There are shut-off valves. I'm not seeing any leaks at the supplier waste lines. Ditto for this sink. Your cabinetry and countertop appear to be in good condition. It is a laminate countertop. Your outlets are GFI protected. Did trip properly when tested. The mirrors in here are fine. Lights are fine. Bathroom fan's fine. Got plenty of sunlight coming in. I'm not seeing any signs of stains or leaks in the ceiling. Your glass block's fine. And then your toilet over here needs to be cleaned. It is secure. It is operating fine. Your tile flooring has damaged tile grout lines here. And that can be from a couple of things. It can be from someone reworking this area here, or it can be from not putting in proper concrete backer board in the past, and they tiled over it, and it could lead to more issues down the road. So FYI, I'm seeing more of it cracking over here, so that tells me the backing here is probably not present, that they may have went over chipboard, your subfloor. So FYI, you may have to gut out your tile flooring to get it done right. Your jetted tub is operating fine. It did drain properly. Right now I'm going to fill it up. We're going to have it operating here in a minute. You do have caulk that you need to put around this tub, especially right in this area where it meets the glass. And then you got more areas over in the corner. Your shower needs to be redone. This is a joke. When you shut the water off, it is draining properly, by the way, and the shower is operating fine, the shower head. But when you turn the water off, this floor drain is not the center point of this, or not the low point of the shower. The low point's over here. And you can see the stain on the floor. It runs out and around, and the water all just pools over in this side and eventually evaporates out, and that's the only thing that drains this shower. You can see all the gunk, all the cracks in the grout lines, pretty much all the way around this shower. On the other side of this is all mold. It's all water damage. There's a tile loose here, so you know water's getting in behind that. That's going to be water damaged, and this is cracked on this side. Wouldn't surprise me if the back side of that's water damaged as well. This needs to be tore out entirely and redone. So I would recommend having a licensed contractor come in here who specializes in bathrooms and tear it out, start over. Your jetted tub. Currently